Hello YouTube, hope everyone's keeping well out there. This is my pickups video for the months of January, February and early March. There's a little bit of a range here running through the different generations of computers and systems, console systems, and toys and some accessories as well that are gaming related. So I'm going to start with the accessories and toys. Now, a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, on the WhatsApp group that I'm a member of, someone put on there from the community, I can't remember who you were, my apologies, that Zavi had a sale on, and there was a few like Nintendo, Zelda-ish, Mario related items on there, and I had a look through and it was all 50% off, which I thought was really, really good. And I got myself a Mario Kart tin mug. I'm going to keep that in here, and then if I have a few cheeky drinkies, my shots of brandy or rum can go into that one. So yeah, I thought that was quite cool. Different varieties of Mario Kart mug on there as well. And the other thing was this, which I'll put on my lovely retro swivel armchair there. It's the Zelda cushion, Breath of the Wild. That's 2019, all official. So yeah, that was half price as well. I thought they were quite cool. Now this is for my daughter, honestly. It's a Mario Kart RC racer. And what I've been doing, we've got our kitchen diner, we've been driving it around there, and she's getting used to the controls, which is quite good, because obviously after that I'll be I'm starting to get her to try out games on the Master System. You know, start with the 2 buttons, very simple controls, and this will help with her hand-eye coordination and things like that. So she really likes this, and she likes me chasing her around the dining room with Mario here. So yeah, that was just a second-hand buy it now on eBay, and it came up as a new offer, and I thought the price was really good, so I just nabbed in and got it quite quick shot. Right, onto the games, starting with the ZX Spectrum. Now, there's a place down where I live called Revival Games. I believe he went to Doncaster a few weeks ago, the owner Paul, and took a lot of his merchandise up there, his games, etc. But in the next week or so, I'm hoping to do a little games shop tour, so keep an eye out for that. But he's got loads of stuff from the early 8-bit micros and you know, the Atari 2600 all the way through to kind of current gen, but the bulk of it is retro, definitely, and it's a bit like Danester's hidden chess game, and it seems, where there's toys and knickknacks in there as well, and he's got it nicely set out with some curiosities as well. But yeah, he's a really nice guy, and he's keen for me to film in there, so that'll be coming up. Anyway, on with the games. He did me a good price on a little bundle of Specky games. I think, memory serves, this one's not supposed to be that great, but I used to love the show, and this Airwolf. What a badass helicopter that is. I had a look at some of the gameplay on YouTube, and the graphics don't seem too bad, but man, the chopper sound, the Airwolf helicopter sounds really obnoxious. There's this game, Vampire. I've got vague memories of seeing this in the computer shop as a lad, you know, for like $1.99 or whatever it was. So pick this one up, and the screenshots look quite interesting on the back, like an exploration. You're like a knight going around like a haunted castle, I guess. It seems like that, and yeah, picking up items, dodging very abstract enemies. You know the drill, going from screen to screen. I can't believe I never had this one, but it's always been on my Spectrum list. I used to play this one back in the day, and it's Lunar Jetman, classic. Very pleased to get that one. And these two, right, one's Ultimate Play the Games. Still kept the old price sticker on there, and it's Alien 8. Now, you can't really go wrong with Ultimate Play the Game. Is this one complete? I think it is. Yeah, it's got all the gubbins in there, and it's another isometric view. You're in per room, and you've got to avoid. You play as like this very chunky robot keyboard-esque robot, and you've got to navigate each room, getting from door to door. You can move objects that are in the environment to your advantage, and you've got to dodge the enemies and then go from door to door. And it seems quite maze-esque, but it looks good. Loads of polish, nice sort of graphics and everything. So there's that one. That's been on my list. Got a few of the Ultimate Player games now in those cases. And here's another one in a similar sort of case to the Ultimate Player games. I've never heard of this one. It's called Nodes of Yesod. So if any of you out there can give me any ideas of how it plays, let me know. I've had a quick look on YouTube. I did boot it up to make sure it worked, and I was greeted with this really good, for 48k as well, computerized speech on there. So I'll put a little insert of that in now.
Nodes of Yesod from the Odin Computer Graphics team.
And I was watching a gameplay on YouTube of this, and it looks really, really good. You're a spaceman navigating. It looks like an action adventure platformer where you collect items, avoid the baddies that are on the screen, and get from screen to screen. That's what I've made out so far. But I was most blown away with the music in this. Now, to me, it sounded too good to be true. So I'm gonna have to do a bit of research into that and boot it up proper and see if it is the actual music. If it is, it's incredible. But it sounded almost like Master System or Nintendo 8-bit sort of quality. It just sounded too good to be true for this one, but we shall see. Right, I watch a guy on YouTube. He's got quite a big following, and he's in the States. He's called Josh, and what's his name? What's his YouTube name again? Gamez of War. Really like his content. I really like the way he talks about the games, and I've learned quite a lot about the various games collections that he's had, and found some hidden games I've known nothing about. And it's for a system that I am still learning more and more about. I didn't own it. I had the N64, and it was for the PlayStation 1. And this one is Treasures of the Deep. And yeah, he rated this very highly. I found this at a very good price this was in Revival Games as well. And Paul did me another good offer on this. It was £12, this one. Price is still on the back. So looking forward to playing that one. I went on Lee Retro Chef's games trade video swap shop a good few weeks back now, or a month or so ago, and Alex was on there and another chap called Kieran. And from Kieran I picked up two games that I've been after on the PlayStation 1, and it's Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 2. So I still just want to pick up the London edition of Grand Theft Auto. I know you can get a version as well where the London missions are actually encoded onto the disc of like a special edition of Grand Theft Auto. So I might look at getting that, or I might just get the London disc. But thank you, Kieran, for selling me those. They're in lovely condition and they were a great price, so very pleased with them. And the other chap on there was Alex, Nintendo Arcade, and yeah, there's a few things that piqued my interest. But I only picked up one thing from Alex. I love my soundtracks. I've got this digitally anyway. I like to get the Nintendo stuff sealed if I can, and it's Mario Galaxy's Orchestral soundtrack. This is the gold edition. I think there's a platinum out there, which is a bit more sought after as well. But the Galaxy music was brilliant. Brilliant. You know, it was the first time Mario's soundtracks went from MIDI or chiptunes into MIDI, and then fully orchestral digitized sounds. So yeah, fantastic. And also included, which is really cool, these little almost top trumpy Superstars of 2017 cards when he went to the States, I believe, with his Skyscaper project. So thank you, Alex, very pleased with that. Muchas gracias. Jumping on to the PlayStation 2 now. This one actually came through the door yesterday morning. So this is the most recent purchase, I think. And it's Steel Dragon EX, a shooter. Is it a vertical shooter? Yes, it is. It looks bullet hell-y, but I don't think it's supposed to be too intense. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I always like the look of this one, and it was only a tenner. And it's in lovely, lovely condition, all complete, etc. I'm not going to open the games. I'll put that one back there. Sticking with the same generation, but jumping onto a different console, or consoles now. There's the GameCube. I saw this back in the day. I don't think it got great reviews. It was kind of your 6 out of 10 game. It was a multi-plat game. It was on all platforms. But if there is a multi-plat game and I'm interested in getting it, I'm always going to get it on a cube. That was my console that I owned back in the day. That was my console of choice. So that's where the nostalgia is, and the Starsky and Hutch. Love the show. Love the Gran Torino car. Love the fashion, the soundtrack. And yeah, I don't think it plays very well, but it's got kind of a Driver-esque vibe to it, and it has actually got the main chap voicing in there who played Huggy Bear, who was their streetwise pimp-like connection who would give him all the lingo to go and get the bad guys. But yeah, fantastic show, all lovely and complete. Cheap as chips as well, that one. Right, onto the Xbox now, just 2 games. One is Indiana Jones. Very interested in playing this one. Never really played many decent Indiana Jones games, if at all. I've got one on the, is it the SNES? Yeah, the one on the SNES, and that's really tricky, but I'm going to give that one more of a go. This has got very favourable reviews, and yeah, looking forward to giving this one a go. Who doesn't want to play as Indiana Jones, going on adventures and escapades, saving the ladies, going through finding treasures, going through dungeons, etc. Looks great. And the other one is an exclusive to Xbox, and it's Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. Played this, played really well. I've got the Xbox sorted out now, courtesy with the help of a few guys on a WhatsApp group. The Xbox is going out component now into my HD TV, and it looks beautiful. Such an upgrade now with my soft modded Xbox. Lovely, looks really good. So there's those 2. We're going to jump now onto the Nintendo Wii, and I thought I had this one, but I didn't. It's House of the Dead Overkill. I thought I either had this. I've definitely played it all through and finished it, but I can't remember if it was the Wii version or the PlayStation 3 version. I'm pretty sure it's the Wii version, but again, I never had this. Now, down the local charity shop, I've got quite pally with the deputy manager in there, and she says if ever she's about and she's not too busy, come and grab her, and she'll let me go out the back to look at the games there, because it's just depending on the staff they've got there. You know, they've got like a massive warehouse behind this charity shop, and the charity shop itself is pretty big. But yeah, she said I've been out there numerous times now, and I've got some few little bits that I've flipped, a few little bits in the collection that I've showed you guys before in previous videos, and a couple more here. And these were 150. Yeah, this one that I've just showed you, and Pikmin 2. Now this one's got a little bit of a price tag to it. I think it comes with a cardboard slipcase, but that wasn't included. But apparently this is the best way to play the Pikmin games from the GameCube era. So I want to work my way through those. I played quite a massive chunk of Pikmin 1 back in the day, but I never actually saw it through to completion, which is rather unlike me, so I do need to go back and play that one. And Pikmin 2 now on the Wii, which is the way I'm going to play it, and I still haven't played the 3rd one on the Wii U, but I do want to get around to that eventually one day. I've got a massive, as we all have, a massive gaming backlog. Right, coming to the end now. I've got a few 3DS games here. This is a fairly recent one, and a bit of a lesson for me and potentially you guys. I'm sure I'm not alone with this, but keeping an eye out for Ridge Racer 3D. Just wanted another racer, and this one's supposed to be okay. It didn't break the bank. It wasn't too expensive, but it came. I opened it, and I was like, "Where's the game?" So I went to sort of get ready and contact the seller, but I thought, well, I'll just double check the listing, and as sure as eggs are eggs, it was just for the case and manual. So I've overpaid for that, but that's a lesson to me to be a bit more observant. Yeah, I'm sure we've all done it. Hopefully we have. Hopefully I'm not alone. These are complete. I got BlazBlue or Blaze Blue. This was down Revival Games when I picked up the Spectrum bundle and Treasures of the Deep. And I love the 2D fighter. I love these games on the PlayStation 3. Lovely colourful pyrotechnics, ridiculous Japanese character and level design, really OTT, but beautiful to look at. I don't think this one's got as good of reviews as those, but it's not supposed to be too bad. So yeah, we got that one. And this one has got a really goofy looking cover. I know I've never heard of it before, but it's got good reviews and it's by Sega. It's Crushed 3D. Nice sort of puzzle game. Looks really good. I'll put some video footage up there. Never heard of this one. Still learning about the 3DS library and just picking up the ones that look really interesting and good. And yeah, quite a derpy kind of cover. It looks like a very cheapy game, but then you see Sega and you think, well. And that's what made me, you know, look into it a little bit more and did a bit of research, and the game's apparently quite good. There's that one. 2 left now. PlayStation 3. I went down to the charity shop near my Asda, where I got that fantastic, if you've watched any of my collection videos, a fantastic offer on a decent horror game for the Wii before, Wii, I can't remember what it's called, the based on the Ring. And the PS2 game, Gregory's Horror Show, which I found complete for £1 down there. So I do pop in there now and again. They get games in there and their prices are all the same. Although recently they've been having their bucket of games, like a big box of games outside the actual store itself. So went over there and saw loads of FIFAs, loads of Call of Duties, you know, your standard fare. But there was a few other games in there. One was a visual Japanese novel, which I've flipped. I'm not really into those. These were 50p each, really cheap. But there was this one there, Under Night in Birth, and it's a 2D fight. I've never heard of this. It looks quite crazy. It's in my PlayStation 3 ready to go. I'm keen to give this a blast with a wife in bed. We got the PlayStation set up to our little bed TV. We call it our little bed cinema, so we can have a little blast of this at some point. Put that one back up there. And the other game I got, which I flipped, there was all the spines on the top so I could see the games, and there was one game with the spine facing down, so you just saw the clear edge at the top, and I thought, nah, I'll flip this over. And it was El Shaddai for 50p, all complete. I've already got it though, so I picked that one up and flipped it, and I couldn't believe that it goes for like 25, I think I got £22 for it recently on eBay. So yeah, and that's fed the collection. That's the way to do it, see. And the last game I've got here is for the PlayStation 4. I thought this, never heard of this one as well. There's still so many on the PS4 I'm discovering. It's Ghost of a Tale, and you play as a little kind of dormouse or field mouse, all clothed and everything, you know, as a proper little character. And I just thought the gameplay looked really sweet and charming. You're running around like burrows and little caves underground, and it looks like you're exploring. You've got your little lantern there, and you can sort of, when you run on all fours as a mouse, and the perspective of the camera is behind the mouse, and the graphics look really sweet and charming. Lovely art style to it. I don't think, you know, it's obviously like it's not a AAA game, it's like a indie-ish sort of game, I'd say. And yeah, it looked really good. Looked at some reviews for it, and it was like your 8 out of 10, so yeah, picked it up. Good price on eBay. Whack some footage up there, no doubt. And yeah, that's the last of the pickups, peeps. There you go. So, as I said at the beginning, my next video, if not the next one, the one after that, is hopefully going to be this Revival Games game shop tour. So hopefully keep an eye out for that. But until next time, guys, everyone take care out there, stay safe, and I'll see you again.